Okay, we're going to go on the honor system here because I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to answer it. Of course, I won't know if you're answering it, so if you want to fool me, you can, but really you're going to fool yourself. And the question I want to ask you, and if the answer is yes, I want you just to tap your desk just once. How many of you have had someone come into your office and say to you, "We have a problem"? Come on, you know I'm asking the right question. Tap your desk. It's happened more times than you can probably remember or want to remember, for that matter. I used to have that occur to me when I was trying to be the world's greatest boss. And by that I meant I was trying to do everything. And I encouraged my team members to bring me your problems. It sounds good. Bring me your problems. Well, eventually I found out that I couldn't get any of my work done because I was solving everybody else's problems. So I began to think about that, thinking, well, they're really not going to give me a trophy for being the world's greatest boss. And I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay at this company if I continue to do this because I am not productive. I am not doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And I began to adopt a different philosophy towards we have a problem. Whenever an individual would come into my office, and I did in fact practice an open door policy, anybody could come in. If they came in, they knew that they could never ever say, "We have a problem." Because my first response was, "You have a problem, we don't have a problem." And if you don't solve that problem, then I have to take it over. And if I need to solve your problems, why do I need you? Now that sounds kind of harsh, but once people get to hear it after a while, they begin to react and respond differently. The rules that I set for individuals to take advantage of my open door was to come in. First rule was to come in and say, "Chris, I've tried this and it hasn't worked. I'd like to get your input." Or number two, "Chris, I'm ready to try these 3 or 4 different things. I'm not sure which one is the best. I have a gut feel, but I'd like to brainstorm it with you to get the benefit of your thought." So why did I have those 2 rules? One, it forced my team members to go out and do their own research and learn about the situation and what the possible solutions would be. Why did I want them to learn? A, helps them understand the fact that they could learn that and could in fact solve all their problems or most of their problems. And B, I was always there for them if they reached a barrier, that I wasn't just throwing them out into the angry ocean. So if you're in a leadership position, you've got responsibilities of your own. You don't have the time to be taking on others' problems, but you can require that your team members look up information. My very first mentor was a gentleman named George Hoffacker. He was at Franklin National Bank. It was my first job. Very imposing man. Sat in his office. I'd come in and he had this look like I was disturbing him. And I would come in to ask him a question. And the one thing that George did, he answered my question with another question. That other question forced me to think. And then he would ask me another question in response to a question I might ask him. Eventually, I was able to solve the problem on my own by him asking me questions, forcing me to think. If you're a leader, you don't want problems. You want people who can think. And the best way that your team members will learn to think is if you ask them questions. And then you'll never hear, "We have a problem" ever again. Ask your team questions. Provide the path for them to learn.